right, guys, what's going on? We're doing our Beyond the Gates again. Soap opera on CBS Paramount Plus. We're doing our Beyond the Gates recap, episode 38. Episode 38 starts off with, Dr. Nicole anniversary party is coming. So you know what that means, that there's going to be a huge reveal, right? Because of that, her BFF, Vanessa, she goes over to Dr. Nicole's house, which is also her office, and RSVPs with a bottle of wine. Now, if we are friends, I'd love for you to come over to my house in the middle of the day with a bottle of wine just to celebrate nothing. Note that, okay? So, Dr. Nicole, these are BFFs, so you can talk to your BFF any kind of way. So she asked her, so how's the house hunting going, sweetie? And she was like, what do you mean, house hunting? She was like, yeah, it must be very hard to try to find a house for a dead woman. She was like, you know what? That's when you say to your friend, you know what? Fuck you. I hate you, bitch. But anyway, so they laugh. They have a little key. Now, she's still, she's still like almost to the point where she's got a little bit of feelings for Joey. So Joey, he's having a bit of cash flow issues because a lot of people just don't want to work for the man. So he's like, where is my favorite loser, Dr. McBride? Dr. McBride, he is trying his hardest. He is trying as hard as he can to get past this gambling addiction that he has. And he has a real problem. You know what I'm saying? He has a serious gambling addiction. He is now betting nurses that he can make a shot for 25 cents. Anything that he can do to get that rush, he is doing it. To the point where he is, Sharice is like, leave my nurses alone. You sitting out here trying to get them to do stuff for you. And it's almost sad, Dr. McBride. It's almost sad. And he's just like, I'm just having fun, girls. I'm just having a good time. Leave me alone. So he's doing that, which is, it could be cool. It could be not be cool. But that's where he's at right now, to the point where he goes into surgery and he loses a patient. Right. And he's just distraught. He doesn't know what to do with himself because, when any doctor loses a patient, it's pretty significant. It's something that you don't want to see happen, but it happens to the best doctors in the world sometimes. Well, he took it a little too personal and hit his hand on broke his hand. That's your moneymaker, dummy. Why would you do that? So he broke his hand. Turns out he can't do surgeries anymore for at least 6 to 8 weeks, right? So now what's he going to do? Because Joey, a best friend, I don't remember the best friend's name. Forgive me for that. But the BFF, who's also working for Joey, he calls him. He's like, yeah, I got that scotch for you. I got that thigh out for you. Come on through. Let me see. We miss you over here. And he's like, man, I told you, I'm giving up that damn narcotic. I'm giving up that. He said, I'm giving up gambling. I'm really trying to do it. And if you was my friend, you would let me do that. You would leave me alone. But he's got a job to do. And Joey is so disappointed that he doesn't, he wasn't able to get him to come back in because Joey finally revealed his plan for Nicole. He wants Nicole to launder money through her real estate business. So his plan is to get Dr. McBride so far into debt that he has to use Vanessa for money. And when he goes to use Vanessa for money, he is going to proposition her to say, hey, I need for you to allow me to launder money through your business. She was like, she'd do like $1 million a month through the real estate business. So that perked up his ears. So he finally revealed that plan. Now the friend is like, Vanessa not like that though. She might talk a big game, but she really a square, man. She not really gonna be for that. And he was like, if she love her husband, she gonna do what I tell her. So we're gonna see where that leads. We get to Danny now. And she's going through it. She's scraping the bottom of the barrel. What's his name? Dre. He's trying to do the best he can to be her lover boy, right? He's giving her the business all the time. And he's like, I feel like a piece of meat. I feel like you just using me. And she was like, yeah, what would you think this was? You call, I collect, baby, right? So even though she would rather have something meaningful and substantial, I think she's just trying to, she's trying to be as best she can with the situation that she has, right? So with that being said, he leaves She first thing she go do is she's gonna go grab her a drink, right? So she grabs her a drink, but as soon as she's getting ready to make her drink, her BFF walks in and is like, "Listen, I got a proposition for you. Why don't we start our own talent agency? Why don't we get into the business that we both love so much?" And she was like, "Yeah, but I need top billing." Okay, right? Everybody's trying to do the best that they can. Cut to Anita and Naomi. Now, Anita, she's missing her old things. She's missing the stage. She's missing, the things that she used to do. She tells this very emotionally rich story about how she misses the stage and how when the crowd is with her, they sing and it gives you energy. And it's like, just being on that stage in front of those people is just so magnificent. It's so gorgeous. And you could tell that she misses it, I feel like she gave up that in order to be Vernon's wife, which is not a bad, it's not a bad exchange, but I understand, how she misses it and everything. So they did that. And Naomi was like, I feel for my mom, and she talks to her grandmother about, getting off the case with her father because she really cares about her father and she doesn't want to be, a thing with him. So she's like, but I'm really concerned about mom. You think we should do something for her? So they concoct this plan to get mom to come out to Uptowns just to kind of get her out. She, grandma puts her best clothes on, and Naomi runs over to her mom and was like, grandma's really missing the stage. We should do something for her. Come on out with me. She's like, I don't want to. I want to sit in my own stuff. She's like, come on, mom. It's for grandma. We got to do this for her. And she's like, okay. So she makes up this elaborate story. Like, we're going to do the number 4. And they do the 1, 2, 3, 4. Like they do all of that, right? It's super cute. But yeah, they finally convince her to go to the club and everybody's, pretty awesome about it. The other thing with Vanessa and her official infatuation with Joey is that she thinks he's fine. She thinks he's a catch. I think she might be having some sort of underlying feelings for him. But, what's her alternative? Because her husband, he's not ignoring her, so to speak, but, he's busy. He's trying to save the world. He's trying to do the best that he can. He'll probably end up back at the table because he doesn't have anything to do now since he broke his hand, which is super cool. How many eggs I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I need one more. All right. So they do that. They finally convince her to go back out there. What else? That's it. I think that's the recap. We're prepping for the anniversary party, which is, again, we haven't seen Dana, Leslie, Anna, and Eva in a few episodes, but they did do like a little what's coming up next kind of tag, and we saw Eva giving her the business, like, you're wrong, you're crazy, like, so we don't know what that's going to be about. And I think it's going to be more so about the party than anything else. She called her a liar too, so we definitely gonna find out what that one's about. Also, we haven't followed up on boy getting the invitation or getting the niceties from old girl, the Tyrell and the girl from school. So we're going to keep tabs on that. We haven't seen Tomas in a while to see what's going on with him and Kat. What else? That's pretty much it. So it's really an awesome idea to just kind of follow along. Episode 37, you're all caught up. It's episode 38, My Apologies. We're all caught up. I really feel like we're starting to get into the thick of things. Just keep abreast to what's going on, because also Bill and Haley have to make another appearance. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. So we'll see what's going on with them. Catch up, episode 39. Let's go.